Hi friends! It has been a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry about that, but here I am. I'm back. The hair is pink again. It's all very exciting. Yeah. Today's stream is going to be a little bit different than usual because, as you might have seen in the title, we're going to be doing a Pomodoro timer together. So, Pomodoro technique is one where you focus for 25 minutes, then have a 5-minute break, go for another 25 minutes, have another 5-minute break, etc. It's a way to, just bring focus to your work because you're only having to focus for that short amount of time and just stay on track on the tasks you're working on for that time. And then you can go distract yourself with Twitter or whatever else you want to do. So normally in these streams, I will be talking you through my design process and my thinking as I go about stuff. Today I will stay silent and let the chill vibes beat that we have playing here be your company for the 25 minutes that we're focusing for. And then I'll chime in the break and we can chat and catch up. I can answer questions that you might leave in the chat in that time as well. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, and I think it'll be good. Especially because the work that I'm doing today, what I need to do in Figma, is not super exciting. I will still be sharing my screen, so you will still see what I'm working on. I just won't annotate my way through it. I'm essentially putting correct copy into a design and reformatting things for smaller screens. So yeah, you're missing out on a lot by not having me talk through all this stuff, is what I mean, I guess. So yeah, that's what we're gonna get in and do today. Curious to hear if you joined with something in particular that you want to focus on today, that you want to get done during the stream together. Yeah. And thanks, Otun Martins, Coworking Club member. I am feeling better now. Last week was really stressful, so was the week before, so I just wasn't in the mood to stream. I hope that you see that as a good thing, that you know that if I'm here and I'm showing up to live stream with you, if I'm vlogging and uploading a video, I'm only gonna do that when I have the energy to, right? It's not something I ever want to force, so yeah, there's that. And I'll always be honest with you about when I can't make that happen. And thanks for your patience with me, as there's been a lack of content over the past few weeks. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm on the other side now. Sean's been designing with the Pomodoro technique for months, finding it through the day and end it with much more energy than without the technique. Yep, I hear you on that. I tend to only use it when I'm doing a creative task, rather than when it's something more I don't know, a lot of my work these days is giving feedback, reviewing, thinking through things, and I tend not to use it as much in those times. But yeah. There was something I was gonna do. What was it? Oh yeah. Just gonna tweet that we are live and get a few more people in for the focus time. Come bring your work and focus with us. And yeah, if you all like this, then we might do it more often. Or maybe we'll alternate between a focused Pomodoro stream and then a regular talking through everything stream. Okay. Alright, so let me bring the timer up onto the screen, because that is obviously part of this. Here we go. So I've cleaned my desktop just for you, so that you don't see some distracting files in the corner there. You're gonna have to put up with the distracting unnamed layers, but that's alright, just don't zoom in too much. So we're gonna start this timer. I'm actually gonna mute my mic even, so that, I don't know, there's nothing distracting us, and nothing distracting you from us doing this thing together. Are you ready to get into it? Should we get started? I've also got all my beverages, got the coffee, also essential for a focus time. And the sparkling water as well, just for refreshment. Alright, here we go folks, the first Pomodoro. We've got the music playing. Let me know if it's not at a good volume or anything, but yeah, I think we should be good to go. Alright, I'll see you in 25 minutes. Is it gonna stop beeping by itself? There we go. Alright, how'd that go for everyone? Or were you just hanging out in the chat the whole time? I realized after I'd started that I probably should have put like a little note here on screen to be like, I don't know, just explain what we're doing to anyone who joined after the timer started. But yeah. I started working on this screen size, which is sort of like portrait tablet, I guess. And then / landscape mobile, I don't know. And then realized that no, I actually need to make these decisions on the smallest screens. That's what I moved on to. I still cannot crack this piece here. Like, this idea of a little carousel visual something to show that the people who work at ConvertKit are also creators. Yeah, really struggling with it and have not nailed it yet. But I don't know, that's definitely something that I need to come back to. Let's see what questions we had in the chat in the meantime. Is Untitled UI the most powerful UI kit? I have no idea. I've literally never used one. How's your Tuesday going, Melanie? How do we pick the grid systems? It's based roughly on the Tailwind spacing system of 1 rem equaling 16 pixels. I have a video coming about our design system next week, I believe it's going to come out, so there'll be more details on it then. And Corey's part of that video for the person who asked Corey to make his own videos. In the meantime, he can be in mine. Yeah, I'm working in Figma. Hey Eric, nice to see you here. I saw that you had rejoined or like, I don't know, became a Coworking Club member for another month, so we appreciate it. Thank you. Sophia is also working in Figma. Nice. Yeah, the idea originally, Corey, was to... Where was the old one? This is what it looked like. It was to have these 3 circles and they would sort of like move around, like move into place, and that's when the the detail would show, sort of acting like a carousel. But I wasn't liking the circles for some reason. Although now that I'm seeing the squares, I think I do like the circles more than the squares, because otherwise we're getting very boxy all up in here. So I might end up going back to that. I don't know. How do you guys like new updates for auto layout? Haven't cracked them yet. I wrote about this in my newsletter that went out, so if you're not on the Marketing Design Dispatch, go subscribe. I think it's linked in the description. You can read this week's newsletter there too. Excited about them because it seems like they are more going to mimic code now, which makes more sense to me. But yeah, not quite there yet. Did you notice me struggling here with this bit here? I'm like, what the fuck settings do I have to put so that these, as I squish this box, like auto layout group, the auto layout bits within it also follow along. Right now, that is not happening. And I'm like, I just want you to do what I want you to do. So I clearly need to, yeah, play with that more to fully get that figured out. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it should be hug when it's, ooh, fill container, I guess? Nope, because that didn't change it, did it? I don't know, man. Yeah, a confusing one for me. Oh, what? No, you're not. Well, now it's just misbehaving completely, so that's a fun time. But yeah, this is what happens when I try and do auto layout. My widths are fixed. Yeah, I thought it, like, was meant to be. Should it be hug? Like, what the fuck should it be? I've tried all of them now and none of them have worked. Yeah, like Yusuf, I need to revisit auto layout and try and master it, because I never mastered the other way. Yeah. Auto layout. Why don't you just attach auto layout from mobile? What do you mean? I want it to, like, do the thing that it's supposed to do. Child inside needs to fill container? Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Yep, there we go, that was it. This is what I mean. It's just doesn't come naturally to me at the moment. Hey, welcome to the Coworking Club. Lovino. Nice to have you join. I think that I will really enjoy them once I understand them, if that makes sense, Atia. Because I also, I've been noting down some other problems that I've discovered with our system along the way. One being that for some reason when I changed these to mobile, the mobile version of them, which like in general is working well, we have smaller text sizes on mobile, so it's nice to just be able to click this and drop down. But when I changed it, were you noticing that the icon would go red again? And I'm like, why the fuck is it doing that? There must be some naming convention I've screwed up. I don't know. So yeah, I need to look at that as well. This is why I don't believe it's possible to design a design system without it being in use, right? That's how you see if it's actually going to serve you. So yeah, that's been good. Anyway, yeah, nice to have the star next to your name. The little hand-drawn star that I drew on my iPad. Okay, we're gonna dive in for another round of focus. If anyone new joins while I'm in this next focus mode, and you were just watching along, you're not focusing on something yourself, please feel free to let them know what the heck we're up to in the chat, and explain why I'm not responding to their comments immediately. But yeah. If you've got something, try and set a goal for the next 25 minutes for yourself. Like, what do you want to work on? What do you want to dive into? I'm going to see how much further I can get through this mobile layout in that time. I think that I should be able to finish it in this time, ideally. And then maybe go back to revisiting my little carousel thing. It seemed like people were liking the circles, so maybe I just should have left them as they were. But yeah. Nice, working on the writing of your master's thesis. I love it. Okay, well, let's start our timer. I'm gonna shut the fuck up for 25 minutes and let's get back into it. Good luck. Happy focusing. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Now happy focusing. There we go again. How did that 25 minutes go for you? Did you get stuff done? Thanks for the pink hair compliment, Jenna. Yeah, I got it done last Tuesday, so it is very freshly pink at the moment. Yeah, so this was, I don't know, interesting exploring. This is getting closer, I think. There was something about the circles that, I don't know. Maybe this is too boxy again, I don't know, but it was just feeling odd having it be circles. I'm liking this idea of the circle round. Yeah, sorry for the scare of the beep noise. Yeah, this is a pattern that's used with the product imagery as well, is like a hand-drawn line over top of watercolor. So that was the thinking there. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. How long will I do this work stream for today? I think we'll do one more Pomodoro together and then I will sign off. Mostly because it's really bloody hot here and I need to be able to like have the doors open and the air blowing, but then it gets too noisy. And there's also other stuff that I need to go on with, but yeah. Wonder if Eric's finished his breakfast yet and can join us for the next cycle. I noticed that you said you were working on that. Is having timer on top distracting for you? No, I don't think so. Definitely, like, it seems like you all are enjoying this. For future streams, I might work something out where the timer ends up being an overlay that you see on the stream, but it's not necessarily on my desktop here. Yeah, I don't know. But I just thought we'd go with the easiest option to test the idea out for this first stream. I would love to hear what you think. Are you enjoying this so far? I know it's really different to my usual method of talking through every little thing that I'm doing and like responding to your chat straight away. Yeah. Yes, isn't it great, Ryan? This is my Epidemic Sound playlist. I need to just include a link to the playlist in the description box for live streams, don't I? Yeah, it does feel like co-working, doesn't it? More so than other Coworking Club streams, I guess. Cool, cool. I'm glad you're liking it. That's good. That's good to know. Yes, exactly, Chloe. I think I like the idea of doing both types of streams and like alternating between them, and also depending on what I've got to work on as well, you know. Because sometimes, okay, you're really hyping up this idea edgewise. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Like sometimes work like today, I feel like isn't as worth talking my way through. Like all I was doing was laying stuff out on mobile, for example. This is still a bloody challenge, isn't it, for making this work, but yeah. Well, edgewise, what's meant to happen here is that you all are following along and like working at the same time as me when I'm focusing. You know, that's the club. That's what we're doing together. All right. Shall we get into it for our last focus block? Do you all have something in mind that you're going to work on for this next part? Whether it's working on finishing your breakfast or something else? What do you want to get done in these last 25 minutes that we buckle in and work together? I think... What do I want to do? I'm questioning if this screen size is the right one for me to be laying out. But I need to lay out something that's in the middle between our... What we have here, wait, I'll move this out of the way. Sneak peek, we've been trying a bunch of new fonts. Yep. So we won't say anything more about that right now, but that's what all that was. This is the last time we mentioned eating during a stream. No, Eric, you and your breakfast are the star of this stream, let's be honest. Most important meal of the day. Edgewise has URLs to plan out. Lau's gonna continue on with the previous stuff. That's fine too. Sometimes things take longer than one 25-minute block, you know? Other Eric is gonna work on getting out of bed. Love it. That's great. That's a good start to your day. And I'm gonna try and lay out a screen here in the middle. All right, folks. I'm gonna remember to click reset on the timer this time. And let's dive back into it. Let's go. There we go, friends. We did it. We had another 25 minutes of focus. Yeah, that went well, I think. I think that I'm happy with where I ended up on this. Did you see as that was happening? The square wasn't feeling right because it was making everything feel too boxy. The circle wasn't feeling right because it needed something else to tie this together. And another circle wasn't, like, I don't know, then it was just too circly. And so... Oh no, Edgewise, stop. You don't look at the timer. Just, like, you could minimize my window and just work until you hear the beep. But yeah, in the end I ended up with this, with just a little arrow pointing, showing, like, this is this person. Very subtle, but I feel like it's working. Like, this is the first time this whole idea has felt kind of right. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind tomorrow when I start looking at it again. But for now, I feel happy with this. And now I'm just sort of marking up the designs so when I share them, people don't get distracted by things like thinking I'm suggesting we put this mess in our header. This is just a placeholder, you know. Yeah. Cool. This is something I've been trying to get done for literally weeks, so it feels really good to have gotten this done. I know it seems really simple and like I should have done it a long time ago, and you were right, I should have. But yeah. Exactly. UX tips. It's less distracting than checking Instagram. We'll go back to the camera now. No, Ryan. I think I could. I could probably mock up with Smart Animate and Figma, but I'm not gonna bother. Don't wanna. It's a lot of effort, and I feel like Corey gets what I'm going with there as he goes to build it. What time is it where I am? It is 3:30-ish, so I have a meeting in half an hour. Need to sign off and get a few things done before then, but it's been good to have this focus time. I've completely ignored Slack and email and everything this whole time, so it'll be good to, yeah, check in on those things before my meeting. But I really enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with me during this time. I hope that it was useful for you. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know. If you're watching this after the fact and you haven't joined us in the live chat, you can let me know in a comment. Feel free to tweet me. Yeah. I'm glad you thought it was fun, Edgewise, even though the Pomodoro was stressful for you. Yeah, and I'm glad you learn a lot just by watching the process, even if I'm not talking through every little thing all of the time. I definitely would love next time to hear more of how your like focus blocks went, like what you got done. You can always feel free to share that in the chat. But yeah, this was great. I don't know when the next one will be. I'm trying to think. Probably not this Friday, because I'm actually going to take a half day this Friday. I was meant to have a whole day off last Tuesday, and it did not happen because there was just so much to do that I ended up working for half a day. I intended to make it up at some point during last week, and it didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself the morning off on Friday. But yeah, probably next Tuesday we'll do another one of these. How does that sound? I don't know. I'll always try and schedule it on YouTube beforehand, and as well as tweet it out as well, so you will know what's happening. And yes, Lau, I hope Eric finished his breakfast. He did. He said he was working for that last bit, so that's good. Eric and your breakfast, you were the star of this stream. Thanks for hanging out, friends. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. Bye!